I'm Gemma Watts, I'm 25 and I'm a beauty writer. I don't really have an average day. It's all beauty related. It's either I'm writing up bits and pieces for my blog, Glow Journal, and then I've got a bunch of different clients who I look after their blogs as well, but it's all beauty. So it's just trying products, writing about them. Everything about Melbourne is good. I love traveling, but I just like being at home. I like having my own stuff. I like being in my own space. Last book I read, I finished it last night. It's called The Girl Before. I binge read books like people binge watch a series on Netflix. So I pick up a psychological thriller and then I just can't put it down. She's a French makeup artist called Violette. I cannot find her surname for the life of me. She was just a beauty blogger and now she's the creative director for Estee Lauder. So I just feel like she's a good example of someone who took social media and her YouTube channel and now she's turned it into this massive career for herself. My skincare routine changes all the time because a massive part of my job is trying out new products. So every product that I try, I do it for at least 3 weeks, ideally a full month. So it's always changing, but I try to keep elements of it the same. So if I'm trying a new moisturizer, I'll keep my cleanser, my toner, my masks and stuff the same so I can isolate that product and see if it's working. First thing I do to my skin in the morning is cleanse. I feel like that's so important and people forget to cleanse in the morning, but when you think about in your sleep all of, bacteria that could be landing on your face, and we sweat in our sleep, so I feel like the most important thing in the morning is to start with a clean slate. I'm mad for a good exfoliant. I'm really devoted to chemical exfoliants. I love a good AHA. My skin does tend to be a bit dry, but I feel like a physical scrub, my skin just doesn't react well to it. I've got tough skin because I try so many things all the time, but it's pretty normal, and then in the winter it's arid. Every time my skin goes a little bit funny, I just bring it back to basics. I use a lot of vitamin B. I think it's such a good all-rounder. I use an Aspect B serum. B is a really good one because it just kind of boosts what all of your other products are doing. So if you're using an exfoliant, that's going to help it penetrate the skin a bit deeper. Whatever else you're using, you can benefit from a really good vitamin B. I mask every Sunday night. I use my FOREO. I feel like it's nice to start the week with really plump, juicy skin. It's so easy to wake up on a Monday and just feel a bit, lethargic, and I think that shows in your skin. So if I do a Sunday night mask, I look and feel as good as a person can on a Monday morning. I'm mad for SPF. I've worn sunscreen every day since I was about 13 because I read an interview with Jessica Alba in Dolly magazine when she did that movie Honey, and she said she wore sunscreen every day. So I was like, well, that's the trick. The best thing about a serum is that you can really use them to tailor your skincare routine to suit you. So for me, I've got a pretty good understanding at this point of what my skin needs on any given day. Last night, I felt a bit red, so I used a vitamin C because that's really good for evening out the skin tone. I'm feeling a bit dry tonight, so I'll probably put on a hyaluronic acid because that's really good at locking in moisture. So it all just depends on the day. I always have a mist of some kind in my handbag, so that way if I haven't done the best job of putting my makeup on in the morning, I can just sort of mist it during the day and it'll bring my skin back to life, and that keeps it really hydrated as well. When I'm traveling, I look like a crazy person, but I take a sheet mask with me on the plane. I'll use a mist as well. I do a whole routine in flight. Even if it's just a flight to Sydney, I just look at a plane and my skin starts to freak out. I started using FOREO products a bit over 18 months ago. I started using the Lunar 2 Mini to cleanse because I just wanted a deeper cleanse. I felt like what I was using wasn't really getting into the pores and pulling those oils out like I wanted them to, so this just gave me a much deeper clean. My favorite to this day is the Lunar 2 Mini. I've always got it with me if I'm traveling. It's a good size. My mum uses it now as well. I just feel like it's a bit of a no-brainer. Everyone's skin can benefit from a really deep cleanse. There's so much that I love about the UFO, but I love the LED light. I'm really big on, even in salon, having LED treatments. So the fact that I can just do that at home in my bathroom now is a big tick for me. Up until I started using the UFO, I used the Lunar more than anything, but now that the UFO has come into my life, I think it's equal first place.